Steve Rawlinson. I teach IB chemistry at ISU. Over my career I've taught in the States, Japan, the Bahamas, and now here in Germany.
What unique challenges and rewards come with teaching students from a diverse cultural background in chemistry?
I think with all subjects it's a challenge when students come from a variety of different backgrounds because they come into the subject with different levels. So some students coming into, say, a grade 11 IBDP class could come in with a lot of organic chemistry but maybe less physical chemistry. So it can provide a challenge in that the students don't have the same kind of understanding of the material that you're assuming they have. This comes with its own reward though, because students who do come in with a little bit more knowledge from different systems can actually support other students as we go through the process of learning the IB program. But I think from a cultural perspective, chemistry is present in our everyday lives, but different examples are more prevalent in different countries.
How do these challenges and rewards support your teaching methods in chemistry to ensure success?
It's not a one-size-fits-all situation because a student can come from one country, have had in some cases no experience of chemistry before coming to us and deciding that's what they want to do. That's completely different from a student who may be in another cultural background who's actually spent a great deal of time doing chemistry programs outside of school, may have done AP or higher level chemistry before even starting the IB program. So it's really difficult to say for certain exactly what impact that has, because what it means for me is I have to be more flexible and I have to see very quickly who knows what. I have to audit their knowledge and understanding to be able to then integrate it into what we do, because from year to year one person may know a lot about one topic and another nothing. So I need to retain the flexibility of using those people's knowledge when it comes up.
Would you say that the diversity supports the students' learning?
Oh yeah, I mean the thing about chemistry is it's a universal language. So it's lovely the fact that I had this experience looking at German textbooks. You look at a German chemistry textbook and it's so easily understood what's going on because the language is not German, the language is chemistry. The language in a textbook for us is always chemistry, and whether that be in any of our mother tongues, it's really nice that everybody can understand those symbols we see on the periodic table or the way equations are set out. And that's something that provides access for all students regardless of their level of our taught language English.
I'm Mrs. Howell. I teach coordinated science to IGCSE and biology, IB to grades 11 and 12. I've been teaching since I was qualified in 1997. I've taught in Basel in Switzerland and also obviously in Ulm, a little bit in Munich and originally in the UK. I've been at ISU since 6 years, I think it is.
Why do you enjoy teaching coordinated sciences and biology at ISU?
As a teacher of science, I think it's an amazing privilege to open the eyes of the students to the world around them. It's a fascination with the science itself. I think inspiring curiosity and witnessing those aha moments when the students see something, I never realised that. Scientific literacy of the students so that they can do evidence-based thinking, so they can analyse data, nurturing those future scientists, those people that want to go on and study a science-related field of interest.
What are some of the other ways in which students benefit from taking biology at DP level at ISU?
The DP biology curriculum offers a great depth of exploration of biological concepts. It's a very broad curriculum. DP programme challenges students to think critically, to do their own experiments and through investigations and analysis of data to develop those essential skills for scientific inquiry. I think what we need in today's world is thinkers. We don't need people who can just Google. That's easy.
How do you support students learning in and outside of the classroom to ensure success?
Inside the classroom, I would say a differentiated classroom approach. There are strong students, there are students who find things more difficult. And as a class, I would want active learning rather than passive learning. Encourage the students to actually have time to process what they're learning by asking them questions. Integrate technology and basically use different assessment strategies. But there's a variety of approaches that I try and integrate. We have some fun with Kahoots and with Quizlet occasionally to break things up a little bit, to give the students a chance to practice their learning, make it a bit of fun. In terms of outside the classroom, meaningful homeworks that will actually help them to reinforce the classroom learning.
Hi, I'm Michael Finley. I teach physics here at ISU. I grew up and began to teach in the United Kingdom around Manchester before moving to Thailand and working in Bangkok. From Bangkok we came here to Ulm and I've been at the International School of Ulm for 6 years now.
What makes physics an important and fascinating subject for students to engage in?
To me, physics is fascinating just by itself. I think that the IB course especially is a really great introduction of things that you're familiar with and building to greater depth, and also an introduction to some new ideas that you maybe haven't come across. But as well as that, physics also has these transferable skills that allow you to go and look at things like computer science, to look at things like engineering, and so it's a really great preparation for lots of careers and lots of university degree choices.
And what are the benefits of taking physics at DP level?
I think if you take IB physics at diploma level, you will end up with a really solid understanding of how to take a problem that might be based around numbers, and to work out which of those numbers are important, which of those numbers you can ignore, and how to try and solve that problem. And that can certainly be looking at forces and motion and energy, but it can also be in a more general sense, and it can be at other aspects of life. So again, it really provides those transferable skills.
Focuses on problem solving then?
Yeah, I think there's like a joke in the scientific community that physicists want to oversimplify and to make everything too simple in an attempt to problem solve, but I think that's a really, as a starting point, it's a really useful way to come at things sometimes. How can I make this problem as simple as possible? Because then you can make it easier to solve.
And why do you enjoy teaching physics at ISU?
I think we've got a great community here at ISU. Class sizes are relatively small. I like that I get to see the development of students over a number of years. My current grade 12 class, I first taught them when they were in grade 7, so I've known those students for a number of years now and seen their development. I work with a really great team of teachers. It's been a really good environment for me for the last 6 years. Yeah.
You mentioned small groups. I'm guessing that allows you also to maybe work a little bit one-to-one with students, with problem solving and physics. And
I think physics is a subject that some students hear is going to be very challenging. I work to try and reduce that challenge. At the same time, there's always going to be concepts that you come across that can be difficult to understand the first time around. So I think that having the small class sizes allows me to check in with most students, nearly every single lesson, and that can be supporting students with understanding some things that they absolutely have to get, and it can also be pushing some students on, if they have a really firm understanding of the topic, to push them on to more demanding questions.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your time.